Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Gomer Gamer. Got something a little different today. We're going to be playing Grounded. Doing that with a friend of mine. Should be hopping on here before too long. We've got some ground rules, haha, pun intended, for what we're doing. We're doing a medium survival setting. We're going for 100% completion. That means all boss fights, all collections, all exploration, all quests, all purchases. You have to build every item, that type of thing. We are doing something to make it a little bit harder, though. If either one of us dies, we delete the entire save and start completely over from zero. We are also not allowing ourselves to use any of the armor or weapons that has healing or regenerative properties. So no ladybug armor, no mosquitoes, needles, none of that kind of stuff. It's just straight up, if we're healing, but we can't be using it as a passive effect. And again, if we die, we close it, we delete the whole thing, we start a new one completely from scratch. So
Hey, I'm
that's the way
Willow.
this one's going
Willow
to go.
Prince.
I like picking Willow because my cat's name is Willow. So, and she's a little narcissistic. May or may not be like me. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
You can't run from me, you foul beast! You think you outsmarted me? The mighty Muldoon? I don't think so, Yoked Girth.
Stay tuned for what happens next on Yoked Girth. Now a word from our sponsor.
Kids, are you ready for a new wild and wacky Puncho fruit flavor? Introducing Apricot. It's a punch to the gut. So stop by, fill up, and make sure you get your Billy Hog hot dog before you jet away.
Good morning, Brook Hollow. Today is October 20, 1990. This is your news. We have a special breaking report. The police department has released information that more local teenagers have gone missing. They were last seen earlier this week, and the only connection between the teenagers is that they are all students at Brook Hollow High School. This could be linked to the disturbing trend of other possible abductions and missing teenagers from our otherwise quiet town. If anyone has seen the teenagers or has any other information, please contact the police department. The mayor of Brook Hollow has put a curfew into effect for anyone under 18 starting tonight. Now to other news. In the business world, prominent practical technology signs a few deals with.
Cave Nightmare. My favorite. Well, what version is it? Endless cave, bottomless pit, impossibly claustrophobic passages.
All right. Here we go.
signal detected.
This is bad. Really bad. Time to wake up, Willow.
Right. I'm gonna go around and collect a bunch of stuff here. Whoop, and not throw the rock. Yeah, let's unequip, 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 and unequip.
Beat it,
There we
nosy.
go.
Taking a look at a new one found.
I already know that we need to make an axe and all that good stuff. We've already 100% completed this with a superior rating. Me and the friend that'll be joining me. So we pretty well know our way around. We even have a extremely extensive build in woe mode. Where's he at? Hear him jumping.
The
He's
solitary
hiding.
ant. One of 100,000 mindless drones. No hopes, no dreams. Bound to the will of the colony. There must be someone in charge of this science experiment. But I haven't seen any signs of anyone else. Good one, Nightmare.
Science!
Exploration done there. Now, I know we need to craft a rope. So we can craft an axe. We're going to do a spear because those are really good for fighting. Alright, look for more science equipment. Next step. Big recommendation for anybody just starting out. First thing you do,
Okay, that is definitely
is
not normal.
collect everything.
What's the worst thing that could happen? Looks like something is happening. Well, that was anticlimactic. Looks like the other two lasers are blocked.
I'll hack this one out of the way. And then if you get rid of the stump, a lot of times it, whoops, a lot of times it won't grow back. Now we need 3 pieces of grass for later. Alright, we'll run back over here. We'll drop them. See if this is recharged enough to scan again. Yep, sure has.
Science!
There we go. Now we can make a torch. 2 rope and a couple dry grass chunk. Grab dry grass. Let's see, where's our little glowy boy at? Oh, he has not appeared yet. Okay. The physics for dropped items in this game are a lot of fun. They really bounce around and dance. It's pretty good. Alright. Nope, not quite recharged. That's alright. We're going to make our torch. There we go. Go ahead and make an extra bandage. Just cause.
I have limits. Or, I guess I thought I did.
Yeah, we need drink dewdrops. Find a dewdrop on a blade of grass like that, run over and poke it. The dewdrop falls
At
down.
least it's clean.
You can drink it.
Ish.
But you got to be careful. If it drops into an actual body of water, it will disappear, and then it just kind of wastes it. So go ahead and analyze that before we leave.
Science.
Alright, need to check on something here really quick. Alright, now we're getting into dangerous territory. Dangerous-er.
Hey, no one likes a
Because what
nosy
we have
neighbor.
over here is creatures that attack. These yard mites. They can jump. The nice thing is they're easy to defend against.
Taking a look around.
No, can't quite scan them yet.
Keep the new one.
There we go. If you go through and practice your blocking, you get those perfect blocks where it kind of looks like a metallic
Is that
clang.
an aphid? It's pretty cute up close. Ugh,
You,
gross. Stay away.
You actually get a skill. Now these guys won't attack because they're quest items. But you actually get a skill or a mutation where you perfect block.
What do we have lurking around out here?
And depending on the skill level or the spec of the build that you're using, your perfect block can actually damage or riposte other creatures, which is pretty sweet. Also, you take no damage when you perfect block. Go, got a heal going.
Mites. Ugh.
Alright, got the electrical fixed. Now we do need to come back in here. We need to break through there, because there's a collectible inside of that, and we need all the collectibles. So now we'll run back out. Got ourselves a whole bunch of Might Fuzz, which is good. Always remember to shut off your torch, especially the early ones, because they burn out pretty quick. Alright, let's see. Grab some bits here. Tip for beginners, you will very frequently find weevils around mushrooms. Few items scanned here. Yep, we're back up a little. Scan some grass. Now we can build things. And let's go aphid. I think that'll give us the aphid slippers. Yep. Oh, good. We got another power up. Let's go ahead and do that stuff. Alright. Next thing. Come over and activate this and watch it go boom. Oop, we're gonna go after another aphid. Beak bada boom.
That was more dramatic than I expected. That gnat's on a collision course with us. Nothing like a little science, as I always say.
There we go. Whoop, got some apple bits off of him. The fun part about getting gnats is they frequently are carrying food. Alright, we can analyze. Let's do gnat fuzz next. I don't think it's going to give me anything. I was wrong. We got a bow out of that. And that is big. Alright. Now, normally I see a lot of people like to build right here for their first stuff. We are not going to do that. We are going to go to the next part where we head to the oak tree. Beautiful tree, by the way. Look at that. And we're going to build over there in a special location that's doesn't really get run into by much. Get a bunch of stuff here. need to eat a little something.
I know I'm a picky eater, but still. Seems like something's digging around underneath us.
When doing a more intense survival version, it's pretty nice to be able to go and get all of the aphid honeydew. Especially when you play on WoW mode, because it gives you both food and water, and the amount of water it gives you is actually fairly
Nothing
substantial.
like a little violence to quench your thirst. Got a new one here.
There, we are topped off for drink. Now, drinking from the juice boxes gives you a large amount of drink, whereas drinking from the pop cans gives you a little bit of drink and a little bit of food, but not much. Alright, we are going to run in here. We're going to open up, talk to Burgle. Go this way. Ladybug. This looks like nerd paradise.
Science!
Weevil's shield is fairly important. This one we will
It's getting late.
need.
If I don't make some shelter, I bet some horrible insects will come around and eat me or something. We can fix this!
System reboot in progress. Thanks for the helping hand. I am Burgle, acting science manager for this project. I am also a robot. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain.
Science!
Get your science here!
I suspect
All
you
right,
were
we're gonna blast
miniaturized
through
by
this. There's all kinds of tutorials on that. Plus, I anticipate that we probably are going to get our butts kicked at some point. We'll need to come in here and redo that anyway. If we do, we'll go do the walkthrough. It's kind of lengthy. Hey, oop, more materials here. Now that I'm thinking about it too, I actually picked one of the wrong training courses. I should have picked the multi-story bases instead of the cooking one.
Science.
Alright. Let us get outside and craft a few items. Starters, we're just going to build grab a few more of these.
That ladybug seems so much less graceful up close.
Ladybugs are great, but they will kick your butt. Alright, we are going to craft our lean-to right there. Right here. And then craft a workbench right next to it. We're going to drop everything we have. Go grab a blade of grass. Finish that off. These curved blades of grass, where it's a single, they'll give you 3. These ones that are multiple like this can give you 5 up to 9 blades of grass. And again, if you chop that bottom out, it may permanently get rid of that stalk of grass. It may not ever grow back. You can grow grass, but it is 1 blade of grass per garden plot. It is not ideal. Alright, now we're going to make aphid slippers. Which we are going to put on.
Putting on some more armor.
Going to craft a fiber bandage. Going to craft a few of those just because we probably need them. Alright. We're going to craft a roasting spit right there. Which, let's see, which one's our oldest ones? That one, that one, that one. Alright. Cooking some stuff up. And what time is it? 1853? Let's see here. Is there anything else? Yeah, we can craft a hammer. And that way we can get some acorn shells. We want to take the food off because if you're in an area where red ants can get to it, the red ants will actually eat the food off of your roasting spit. I have witnessed it. Those pesky little boogers. Alright. Gather up some acorn bits here. Be able to make some storage containers here pretty rapidly. And we want to get out of this area fairly quickly. Hey, buddy. Look at all them ladybugs. There's a stink bug that lives over yonder there.
Let's see what we can find.
Normally we like to build on top of that post, but after one of the recent patches came out, they
Peeped a new one.
when you let the wasps out, the wasps fly right next to this plant. So building a house right here, we were getting attacked all the time. So we ended up relocating to a super secret location. And by super secret, it's totally not a secret at all. It is just a giant pain in the butt to get to. Okay, we do want to build a plank pallet. I'm going to set that out. We need to build a couple of ropes here. I'll add those, and then we also need to craft oh, I have not learned it yet. Oopsie. Oh, I think I need to learn clover leaves. Yeah. Pretty sure that's what that is. Alright, well, the sound changed to crickets officially, which means we are going to hit the hay. Sleep till morning. These little cinematic views right here, depending on where you build in the yard, when they go to that camera view, it can actually see your construction, which is really fun. Alright, we're gonna cook a couple more things.
That tastes surprisingly not terrible.
We're gonna eat some stuff. We're gonna go scan some stuff, provided, yes, we have items to scan. Kind of feel like a Smurf running around here, so that always pops in my head. Another reason why I like to build out here is because you don't need an immediate source of water. You can run in here and talk to Burgle, and you can top up. And then once you're able to put together a canteen, you're just kind of good to go after that.
Science.
There we go, there's my storage chest. Water container, that's a good one. We leveled up. Ant armor, excellent. Good stuff. Okay. We got one more to scan. Which one are we gonna make it? Let's do that one. Yep, that was a big one there. Spinning wheel. Once you start fighting spiders, that is the only way to make your web rope, and you need that for the zip lines. Sap catcher is also extremely handy. The smoothie station, especially at higher level, is basically required, especially for the bigger boss fights. You can make some pretty extensive buff food, and that is a good thing. Open up this back room here. Get some science out of that. And a cassette.
Scientists
Now,
make this
unfortunately,
look harder than it is.
we need to get a tier 2 hammer in order to start breaking the teeth open. But there's one right there. There's also one outside under the pop can.
I installed the borrowed lab modules. Another one of my forgotten inventions from the early days. I had such grand notions back then. The Kinder Science Mini Quick Little Chemist Lab educational toy for children. But no, Wendell, we can't possibly put hydrochloric acid into the hands of children. The lawyers will never agree. It's a good thing I never told them about the Bunsen burners. Odd that Ominent has been using my toy pieces in this way. I digress. The lab network is now up and running in the backyard. I'm planning to dedicate each one of them to a different function. Main power will run through here. The Oak Lab is the center of operations for the backyard. The second lab is nestled into the hedge. Such wonderful views from up there. Side note, I'm worried that Ominent's shoddy manufacturing of the lab pieces will cause them to fall apart over time, but they will do for now.
Brutal Transcription Unit 87.9.5. Order number 1.
Robot, I need you to monitor these power fluctuations and inform me if they exceed acceptable limits.
Hello, my name is Burgle, and I will be serving you today. I specialize in cooking, flipping, and grilling.
Grilling? A feature useful only to your obsolete burger-flipping brethren now consigned to the scrap heap? I need you to monitor these readings, Burgle. And isn't it redundant to specialize in cooking and grilling?
Understood. Appending monitor power fluctuations to my prime directive list. Deprioritizing grilling.
Good. Now get on with it.
Reprioritizing grilling.
Burgle's fun. Alright, now, we need more pebbles. Alright, well, there's a whole bunch more pebbles up here. It also helps if we don't get stuck. I know the next thing we need is to get these grubs under the ground here, but I would like to get some protection built for us first. Alright, and we got rocks galore. You can see there's a tooth right there under the pop can. Alright. Another great reason to be right here is you can build a drink catcher under here that will capture these, and those are really great. Plus the building materials, you have all of these that you can get with tier 2 axes, and then you can get the thistles, which are great for arrows. So it's actually a pretty rich area for building pretty substantial base. This stuff respawns every couple of days, and you can go up pretty quickly from there. Alright. Got lots of food here. Alright, what do we need to do? Let's see if it's giving us a craft here. Craft a clover poncho. Let's see if we have enough materials for that. Clover poncho. 3 rope. So let's do 3 rope. And we need 3 more clover leaves. That's 1 plant. We can craft a chest piece. And this is nice because it slows down your food usage. They're great entry-level gear. Don't have great armor, but they do slow down your food and water drain. And when you're doing the harder items, or the harder runs, that does make a difference. Whoops. Just dropped it. How about we actually put that
Better
on.
safe than sorry.
There we go. Alright. Next order of business. I'm going to take this over to the grass. This is a nice cheating method. You can fill this thing up with grass, then carry grass and relocate that with all the grass you've cut all at the same time. Allows you to carry a substantial amount of materials. Now watch what I said here about these here. When these fall, huge amount of grass just popped out of that. You always need dry grass chunks. Those are what you use for lighting, all of that good stuff. Also, you want to exhaust yourself frequently, as often as you can, because that exhaustion actually gives you a mutation later on, where your energy regens very, very quickly, and you also have a lot longer stamina. You're more efficient at using energy. However, there is a catch to leveling that up. Most people, as soon as they get that first level, they want to turn on that perk. But what that does is it causes you to run out of energy slower, therefore taking longer to exhaust yourself, and therefore taking longer to get your next level. And so I never turn that perk on until I am completely done getting all 3 levels of that perk. Then I'll turn it on. And yes, it does slow you down a little bit as far as running around and doing your things. However, you gain the max perk much quicker and are just able to take off that much quicker. And here's the great thing. I'm carrying grass, and I can still move this entire crate. I set it over here where I want to build. Bloop! There's all my grass. So now we go to craft. I like to build grass half floors instead of full ones. And I do that because if you get attacked, the creatures have more targets, and the more items that you have for them to attack, the less of a chance that those attacks will actually break your items. Alright, the thing to look for when you're building is any of this grass supporting anything. See how this one blade of grass is supporting 9 things? You don't want that, because if that blade of grass falls, everything else that it's attached to also falls. So we're going to build a couple things here. You always want to do extra reinforcement . Nope, still supporting 12. Yep. It's going to be a little pickle. Sometimes you can get them to support back, and sometimes you can't. It's a kind of a bear that way sometimes. Alright, so my cat is yelling in the background. I feel like the comedian Liz Mayler when she's
Watch where you
having
stick that nose, Weevil.
intimate times with one of her male friends, and she ends up screaming her cat's name in her boyfriend's ear because the cat won't shut up. And while I've never done that, I understand it.
Aphid on the move.
Gotta look around in weird places. This stuff will fly all over. Alright, let's see if we can get some of this to actually support itself. Still supporting 16. Dag nabbit. How are we gonna fix that? Let's... Oop, 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 oop. There we go. Yep, you can see that we are no longer supporting a whole bunch, and all of these are sharing the weight. That is what we wanted to do. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. So, next plan, I think we're just gonna build out a ways. There. And then we'll also add walls to this, because doing so will actually give even more targets if we get attacked. But what we are eventually going to do is put a little structure around the outer part here that has nothing to do with this main bit here. And that way, if we are getting attacked, that's what they attack first. We'll block all that off, and the walls and whatnot will be what they actually start to attack. So it's a nice tactic that we've learned after playing a couple hours. I think we've got 500-ish hours in this game, something like that. We figured a few things out. Careful with the larger bugs. They come traipsing through on your fallen grass, they can send it flying everywhere. The physics can be a little crazy. I have been shot halfway across the map before by a spider suddenly attacking in the grass, and they kind of skitter their legs in the grass, and it causes it to fly around with a pretty good amount of force. And it literally shot me halfway across the map. Like, it happened in this area, and I ended up all the way over by the stone wall over there, dead. So it's ungood. It is very, very ungood. And a couple more pieces down here. All right. That should get us a nice amount of build here. We'll set this a little farther out. The automatic building from this inventory only goes so far, so you have to kind of bring it with you as you build. And now look, you can see that we're still showing no support. None of that is being supported by anything else. So that means that there are more than one pieces of structure that would have to be destroyed before that could actually fall. And that's a good thing. Now we're going to go ahead and move these items just for now. I always like to light that for no reason. I like aesthetic. Pretty much any item that you constructed, you can move it later on, which is really nice. So as you build bases or decide to redesign your base if it's not working right, anything like that, it's really easy. Just grab the structure, drag it out where you want it. There we go. Now we're a long ways away. We'll eventually be even farther out. And be safe from things like when the wolf spiders, they don't spawn the first few days. It might actually be, you might have to actually go through the hedge lab before those will spawn. I forget just offhand. But when they do, they will track right up over here by this drinking box. And so if you're in the base, they may attack the base, but get it out over the water there, put some barriers up, and they'll kind of stay away from you. I have just been informed I have food, so we are going to pause the recording momentarily and be right back. So we'll see everybody then. Righty. Let's jump back in. Got me a belly full of spaghetti.
Hey, I'm Willow. Willow Branch.
All fueled up. And here we are. See if there's another dribble over here. Nope, not yet. Alright. That's alrighty. Drag this back over. Might go take a look and see if the
Hey,
pop
little
container here
aphid.
has something.
Oh, no need to be shy.
Maybe? Yep. I got a little bit of a drink. You can see there that pop just doesn't give you much. Which, I mean, that's accurate at least. You know, the juice boxes, those will give you a little bit, but drinking pop's not good for you. you know? My mom wasn't lying. Yeah. Whole bunch up there. That would get us a full stack. All right. Yeah, got close to the whole thing. It's not bad. And let's see here. What do we got on us here? Got a couple of foods that'll make it. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead. Need to gather a few things. I think maybe we'll do that next time here.
I know I'm a picky eater, but still.
Go scan off a thing here. Now that we have a little bit of protection, don't quite have a full base, but it's something. I think we'll. Whoop. That was one of the spiders.
Science.
Boost juice. Alright, let's go see if we have enough for any new quests. Got one new quest. Kill aphids, that's a good one. And nothing we can buy yet. No problem. Alright. Yeah, we never did go get a drink, did we? Oh well. We can do that. I think we'll go to sleep for the night here. Wake up in the morning, eat something, drink something. We'll have episode 1 in the bag. Yep. Had a couple items go bad. That's alright. because that spoiled meat works well for gardening. Allows you to fertilize your flower beds and things like that. Alright.
Aphid on the move.
Get a nice drink. Just about to the point of getting a stamina reduction because we're so thirsty. We don't want that. Come in here and get a nice big old drink. Actually, while we're here, we can scan that rotten meat.
Science.
There we go. Excellent.
Processing. Processing.
Thank you, Burgle. Alright. That, I believe, is going to do it for us today. We'll get a new episode out here soon. Get this uploaded for everybody to enjoy, and we'll see you next time.